He might be. If he wants to do something new, he's going to have to pick up the other thing to do it. And I think that's how we address this. And I got a hunch that's what the attorney's going to say, because the new ordinance says in order to be conforming, their lot is conforming.
Yeah.
And, you know, I know that the Puppy Palace isn't quite, but what's on the other side of the Puppy Palace? There was a trailer there, right?
Yeah, Wally Days.
Right, right. So that could be picked up at some point, and that could become a full, you know?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think that's what we have to kind of look towards the future of. You have to look past what's here right now and see that type of development where you could make those in. Because if the Saris should ever want to sell, maybe somebody comes to them and says, you know, we'd like your piece because we want to put a business here.
Yeah.
And they offer them a certain amount of money that they can move on, and they're happy with that. That's a conforming lot. That business can do that. And we don't have to fool around. They just apply for their permits and away they go.
Yeah.
So we have to be concerned about creating new situations that are going to be beneficial to that area and to the Saris.
And it's just a matter of how do you get from point A to point B with this. I mean, I think it totally makes sense because, you know, they're going to join these lots and basically make it one parcel. Correct. So how do we, I mean, do you put it, I mean, you could put you could put a stipulation on the sale saying that, you know, this lot will only be sold under the stipulation that it is, that it is adjoined with a conforming lot. Or adjoined to make a more conforming lot. I mean, you can put that stipulation on the sale, and then you know,
then it's not just anybody buying it. It's somebody who
has to be somebody who's adjoining the property are the only people that can buy it. Because but still, you know, that's what my big question is it okay to do that, for one, and two, we're still having to create, at least even temporarily, we're creating a non-conforming lot because it doesn't have any frontage for temporarily, and I don't know, maybe that's okay. You know, I just don't know.
Well, what
that's
would happen if they buy this? This isn't going to have a separate tax ID number. We're going to roll this into that entire thing. Right?
Yeah.
So their description won't be what it is right now, 116 by 122. It'll be 363 by whatever, right? Okay. I guess that's kind of what I'm saying is that, you know, these lots that are formed in through here, if they conform to the ordinance that we set for development along there, then that's one. There are going to be some old dangling participles that are caught in there, but, you know, if you're going to do something new, you have to pick up those other pieces. And that's what you want in an opinion, whether or not that's legal to do that way. We are legal to request that.
Yeah, I guess that's what I would be concerned about, is that just to make sure that that's okay to do, because you know.
Do we still, in order to do that, do we still have to declare all of that surplus, or how would we do that? That's what you're asking.
I guess you know, from a planning perspective, that it would make sense from a planning perspective that this would be surplus from year to year. You know, that would be surplus, and then since we don't really know what to do with the rest of that property at this point, I think that just having one little chunk that comes out of you know, and then the rest of this is just all still retained as one parcel might be a little, it just doesn't, I mean, because as it is right now, you're right, I mean, it already is kind of a, you know, a cookie cutter sort of deal where we've got like all these little tiny, you know, slips of parcels, and
but we're trying to straighten it out by getting everything to be conforming lots.
Yeah.
And that's what, you got to have an objective that's best for
you got to look
everybody.
past what you're looking at right now.
Yeah, I agree.
We hope to have a CD director in about a month to 6 weeks. You know, you could actually study this project too. I don't know if you'd get an opinion from the attorney before that time.
No.
Yeah, maybe it is worth, you know, bringing this up there. This would be a good first project.
And he can write the letter too.
It's been like this for so long, but I'm just saying that 4 to 6 weeks we should have him on board.
Yeah. Do you understand kind of where we're coming from on this?
Yes, I do.
Does it make sense to you?
Yes, it makes sense.
Okay, thank you.
We are just happy that you're taking into consideration our request.
Well, what's your pleasure?
I mean, is this something that we should, rather than ask for legal guidance, should we just, something that we table until the community development director's on board to?
I don't think you'd get an answer from the city attorney before the new director's on board anyway, but it would give him a chance to study it, the CD director.
Yeah. Well, maybe that's.
And we can bring it up to the attorney and just.
Yeah. just
It'll be in the
run it.
minutes,
Maybe
and I
he
can
would,
bring
yeah,
it up
maybe
to
he would,
Scott
yeah.
that we're interested in a legal opinion on,
On this,
this stuff, but, the CD director should be here 4 to 6 weeks.
Okay.
So maybe we should
That would be
table
our
it.
next meeting, almost our next meeting.
Yeah, pretty close.
Okay.
So should we just make a motion to table it until the
Till
community
the-
development director has a
Right, and
chance
that'll
to
be
look
on
at
the
it?
agenda once he's back on board and has a chance to review it.
Okay, well, I'll make
May I
that.
ask, is that your motion?
I'll make that motion.
Second.
All right.
Okay. Leroy second. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Okay. So what we'll do is we're going to, we're looking for a legal opinion to be able to arrange those lots other than yours, okay? In other words, we're looking at more than just your piece, because if we start parceling, and then we would like the new community development director to kind of address kind of our concern of being able to do this correctly. So it'll be addressed within 2 months.
Okay, I'm fine
So,
with that.
we're in April now.